So I'm going to read a quote by Commissioner Osen of the Sheriff's Commission. Other agencies have demonstrated that the use of drones may not deliver on the purported law enforcement benefits. For example, use of drones by agencies such as U.S. Customs and Border Protection has come under fire for the significant cost of operating the program with little to show for it in the way of drug interdiction and apprehension of individuals attempting to cross the border without authorization. While the law enforcement benefits are questionable, the intrusion on the privacy interests of the public are very real. Given this, and the very clear evidence of harm that the use of drones can produce in the most vulnerable communities in Los Angeles, I am in favor of grounding the drones permanently. And I wanted to raise that statement because it sums up a lot of the conversation at the Sheriff's Oversight Committee, how there was little tangible evidence of the usefulness of drones, even by agencies that have used them more extensively, and how the commissioners, in the commissioners' words, the Sheriff's Department and the Fire Department already have a huge arsenal, as SWAT does, with which to respond to all the situations that we see them requesting the drones for. And while we see a lack of evidence for their effectiveness, there is very clear evidence of the harm that adding police presence and technology can inflict. Folks who live in neighborhoods where helicopters patrol speak of the worry, anxiety, and anger they can feel just by hearing the noise of a helicopter. You talk about community policing, but is that what you think it looks like? Over-policing the community to the extent that folks feel distrust and trauma? What about the community's health? You talk about saving lives with drones. What about the lives of community members who are saying, no, we don't want this? Also stated by Commissioner Osen, the countervailing interests of the public have not been sufficiently appreciated in the conversation about drones. These concerns have not been overblown. At every step in the process, we have seen the LAPD and this board discount input from the community, and we see the LAPD's word get treated as if it were factual. Charlie Beck has simply to say something for Steve Sobroff to take it as a fact. How can oversight exist in this climate? You have not been listening to the community, which is your job. You have not been pushing back on the LAPD. If you could not do that, you have no place on this board. The trust does not exist for a drone program to be implemented, and drones are not needed for LAPD and SWAT to do their jobs. Vote no on these guidelines.